Good evening and welcome to this review of new film out just in time for Valentine's Day, Love Hurts. If you're expecting a romantic comedy, you will be surprised and disappointed. I mean, you won't be disappointed. It's a very entertaining film, but it's definitely not a romantic comedy. I mean, not that it's pitched as one, but just in case you made that mistake. I have got company in the car this evening. I've driven home from the cinema. To park up on my drive and do the review. And when I do the reviews on the driveway, sometimes my dog friend here sits at the front door and barks because she knows I'm on the drive and she's like, why aren't you in the house? So I thought, you know what, I'll just hop in the car and she can get in the car with me and it'll be absolutely fine and she won't get involved at all. So as you can see, so far, this plan's going really well. I'm just going to ignore her and keep talking. So this evening's film was Love Hurts. It is a new action comedy film starring... Right, can you go over there? You sit there. Good girl. Starring Kati, Quan, Ariana, DeBose, and other people. And it's the story of a guy called Marvin Gable. And this is Kati Quan's character. He is a real estate agent, or a realtor, as Americans call them. And he loves his job. He works for a lovely southern gentleman called Cliff, played by the lovely Sean Astin. And he absolutely loves what he does, and he's really good at it. He loves selling homes to people, and he bakes cookies so the houses smell nice, and everybody in the office loves him. He's a good guy. And how can you not look at Kati Kwan's face and feel anything other than joy? Because that's what I feel when I look at his face. So there he is. He's living his life. He's doing his thing. However, Marvin has got a secret. And that secret is that once upon a time, before he sold houses and baked cookies, he was muscle for his crime lord brother. So his brother is a bad dude doing shady things, and if he needed some rivals taken care of, he would dispatch his brother Marvin. The bad guy brother, is known as Knuckles, and everything starts when Knuckles finds out that somebody Marvin was supposed to have killed years before, a young lady called Rose. When it transpires that Rose actually isn't dead, Knuckles loses his mind and sends all of his goons out to track down his brother and find out where Rose is. Some money's been stolen, there's been shenanigans abound, and Knuckles is not a happy gangman bad guy. That's it. That's the story. It's the story of one man who used to be an assassin and hired muscle, who now just wants to bake cookies and sell houses. And that's it. And it is so fun. It is 83 minutes. Yes, I know. It's 2025 and I've been to see a film that was 83 minutes long. Films in the 1980s used to be 83 minutes long, but we don't get them anymore, except now all of a sudden we're getting 90-minuters or sub-90-minuters. And you might think, well, cinema tickets are expensive. I feel gypped. I didn't feel gypped. I felt delighted. I've got ADHD, struggle to sit still for very long. Am I going to see The Brutalist? Am I shite? It's 3 hours and 34 minutes long. I'm going to spend 3 hours and 34 minutes looking at Adrian Brody's face. I don't like it. No offence. That's a bit mean. He's not for me. I'm not going to bother. It's too long. But this, 83 minutes, yes, please. So what pulls Marvin back is his love of Rose. And Rose is played by Ariana DeBose. She used to work for Knuckles as well. She used to do the books. And Marvin basically didn't kill her, set her free, and now she wants her life back, and it all kicks off. And there are some fantastic fight sequences in this film. Kati Quan, I'm trying to pronounce his name correctly, is like Jackie Chan but better. I don't mean in martial arts senses, because Jackie Chan's an incredible fighter, but it's like those Jackie Chan films, but where oh, I'm just insulting everybody. Basically, Quan is a better actor than Jackie Chan. He's a great actor. And that's why when he came, not out of retirement, he'd never retired by choice, but when he came back to acting a couple of years ago in Everything Everywhere All at Once, that's part of the reason why he won an Oscar, because he's really, really good. And he just infuses these characters with so much heart that you can't help but root for him, even though he is, you know, had formerly been, like I say, hired muscle, hired violence, sort of, you know, ruthless killer for his brother. But, you know, you can't help but root for him, because you look at his face, and even though he's like 55 now, 55, he's born in 1970, so yes, 54, 55, you look at his face and you can still see Short Round, and you can still see Data, and you just can't help but be charmed by him. His renaissance, or whatever you want to call it, his comeback a couple of years ago, has just brought me so much joy. I am such a child of the 80s, and The Goonies is my second favourite film of all time, but only just behind Stand By Me. So him coming back to acting, and not only that, but coming back to acting, being amazing and being welcomed with open arms, like I say, it just brings me joy. The guy goes around award ceremonies and just takes selfies like he's a fan. And they're amazing. They've just got so much warmth in them. And he's so likeable as the central character, you can't help but root for him. Like I say, there are big fight sequences, big stunts. There's a lot of violence, but it's really entertaining. You know, violence, but the fun kind. It also stars Rhys Darby, who, when I watched Flight of the Conchords all those years ago, if I'd picked which one of the three of them would have the biggest movie career, I would not have picked Rhys Darby, but here we are, and he's great. He's also got really silly hair in this, which just adds to it. Who else is in it? Sean Astin I mentioned, so a little mini Goonies reunion, yes please, that did make me smile a lot. Also starring Cam Gigande, basically last seen in, yes, Twilight back in 2008. I mean, I'm sure he's been in other stuff, but he's not great, is he? He's not great here either, but the whole film is just a riot. It just hits the ground running, and then it's just non-stop fight sequences, running, violence, stabbing, drama, hilarity, and I just loved it. And then Ariana DeBose as Rose is just magnetic. That woman has so much screen presence. And the first time I ever knew who she was, well, I'll be honest, she was cast as Anita in Spielberg's version of West Side Story. I've never been a big West Side Story fan. I've seen the original a couple of times, but I was intrigued by the Spielberg version, and I loved it. And now I'm a really big fan of Rachel Ziegler, and I'm a really big fan of Ariana DeBose. And it was only once I knew who she was that I was able to go back and watch the recording of Hamilton that's on Disney Plus and go, oh my God, yes, she was in the original ensemble for Hamilton. And then she won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress for Anita in West Side Story. And a year later, the tradition at the Oscars is whoever wins Best Supporting Actress one year presents the award for Best Supporting Actor the following year. So it was Ariana DeBose who gave Quan his Oscar for Everything Everywhere All at Once. And now they're sharing a screen. And they're both just such wonderful screen presences, great energy. She really holds her own in the fight sequences as well. She's a trained dancer, so she's got moves. So I'm excited for all the places that she's going to go in her career, and I am loving the resurgence of his career, and it's just really fun. Is it particularly original? No. You know, plot-wise, it's very by numbers, but by God, it's entertaining. I loved it. Great fun. Like I say, very violent. If you don't like stabby, punchy, give it a swerve. But if you want fun in 83 minutes with your man who was in Goonies and is now having the mother of all comebacks, and another fellow who's in Goonies, and your woman from West Side Story, if you just want to watch a lot of fun and a lot of violence, give Love Hurts a whirl. I loved it. Thanks for watching. Usual jazz. Subscribe to the channel. Maybe next time, not with added spaniel, but who knows. Anyway, thanks for watching, and yeah, share the channel with people you think might also like to watch a woman review films in the car with a dog. Okay, thanks for watching. Katie out.